Shedeur Sanders leaves the game versus Washington State last night due to injury. How long could he be out? The Colorado quarterback left the game, and it's not sure how long it's going to be before he gets back. He suffered a pair of injuries. Sanders initially got hit on the right forearm during the first quarter of the Buffalo and Cougars game last night at Martin Stadium, and he had difficulty grabbing the ball from that point forward. Deion Sanders, the coach for the Colorado football team, said after the game, the quarterback left the game for one series, and shortly after returning, he took another hit while trying to recover an unexpected snap that was snapped early. And this happened early in the second quarter. You know what I mean? And then afterwards, he suffered an ankle injury on the play. Yeah, so we don't know how long it's going to be for Shedeur Sanders, and hopefully the young man can shake back pretty fast. And Sanders completed 6 of 10 passes for 86 yards, including a 45-yard touchdown to Travis Hunter prior to the injury. Sanders had broken the Colorado school record for passing in a single season moments before leaving the game. He currently has registered 3,230 yards passing on the season. Wow, that's a nice accomplishment, young man. Ryan Staub replaced Sanders both times he left the game in the first half, completing 2 of 5 passes for 18 yards. He finished the game with 5 completions on 14 attempts for 56 yards. Gavin Gould also saw time at quarterback for the Buffaloes in the second half, completing 1 of 3 passes for 22 yards, and he also had 1 interception. The Cougars are now 5-6, 2-6 in the Pac-12, and they went on to beat the Buffaloes, who are 4-7, 1-7 in division play, 56-14. Wow, that was a shellacking. They got mollywopped. For real. Shedeur Sanders had taken several hits prior to the one that knocked him out of the game. Colorado seriously got to fix that offensive line. The offensive line is garbage dumpster truck juice. I'm going to just keep it real. The Colorado Buffaloes offensive line is dumpster truck juice. You know what I mean? And one of the hits that the offensive line allowed on Sanders ended up being a 40-yard fumble return touchdown by the Cougars defensive end, Brennan Jackson. Wow. Sanders has been sacked 53 times on the season. Man, yeah, I think it's safe to say that the Colorado football team, they definitely got to do something about the offensive line and the defensive line. They got some pretty decent skilled players, although we don't know if those skilled players they have now will be back next year, because some of them probably will enter the draft, or they might choose to return. We don't know yet. So, that's up in the air as to exactly what the Colorado football team is going to look like next year as far as the skilled players. But two things they definitely got to do in this offseason is they definitely got to fix the defensive line and the offensive line. And I'm not sure they're going to be able to do that all in one season. It might take them a couple seasons to get the kind of recruits in that they need to fill those roles on the offensive line and defensive line. Also, while maintaining quality skill players at the skill positions. And I think Shador Sanders already said that he's coming back next year, so he'll be the quarterback again next year. More than likely, he said he's coming back, so we just don't know exactly who he'll be throwing to or who will be running behind this makeshift offensive line. But yeah, shout out to Deion Sanders. He came in. They won more games than they won last year. We all know that the Colorado Buffaloes, they won one game last year, so he's already eclipsed that. He did better than they did last year, and as a team, that's all you can look forward to. Each year is progress. Make better progress than you did the year before, and they accomplished that. So, salute to Deion Sanders for that in his first year as head coach. I think we all seen that the Colorado football team can put up points on just about anybody. We seen them beat a quality TCU team. And, so they definitely can score and put up points. They just got to be able to stop somebody. We haven't seen them really just be able to stop anybody, and that's because the defensive line is just getting ran over. We haven't seen Colorado put up too much of a running game because, once again, the offensive line is just getting manhandled by the opposing team's defenses, and that's where the problem lies. They can score points. Shador Sanders is a quality, decent college quarterback. At one point in time, he was in, discussions for the Heisman for the way that he was playing, so he definitely can play. But like I said, the problem lies with the defensive and offensive lines. They got to get some horses up there on the front lines on both sides of the ball. That way, they can hopefully get a running game going on offense. Now, I tell you what, you get Shador Sanders a running game to go along with the aerial attack that they have, they could have really made some damage this year if they'd have been able to develop a running game. But like I said, if you can't block up front, you're probably not going to be able to run the ball. And we already seen Shador Sanders has been sacked 53 times. That tells me when you got a quarterback as good as Shador Sanders that, the offensive line is not stopping anybody. Shador Sanders has been running for his life back there in the pocket this whole season. For real. But, hopefully they can get some recruits in and start to develop, the lines on both sides of the ball and get that corrected. Any Colorado football fans should be looking forward to next year with a little bit of enthusiasm and anticipation. And I think they'll have a decent football team next year. But we'll see. Y'all hit the comment section down below. Let me know what y'all think about this whole Colorado Buffaloes football team. And if you haven't already, do me a solid. Hit that subscribe button for me, y'all. And I really, really need y'all to hit that like button also. Let YouTube know you want to see more of this here content. And I will catch you guys on the next go round. Thanks for tuning in to Straight Talk. We out.